Boom. Alright, let's do it. Sounds good. Kick open that door. I'm making my first steps into members. I mean, not my first ever, but I remember as a kid standing right there, just peering into the member zone. Just being like, I want to go there. This game's so cool. It's also super addicting, be warned. Toggle run energy when needed, I suppose. Dang, we got some ice knights too. This is such a barrier into members' lands. Okay, but I got over it. This doesn't seem to be working. All I'm doing is losing a bunch of HP. Okay, hold up. But it was all good. It turns out I was just pretty unlucky. Cannonballs is what my money-making method of choice is because I like smithing and I needed something that was pretty idle to do so that I could live out my real life without having to worry about the money too much, because bonds is going to be the primary way that I'm going to pay per membership. I haven't bought a month of membership, so that's what I'm doing. Just bought my first bond. Had one gifted to me, but this one is the first one that I've bought. I purposefully set it at a lower value than what the market was currently at, so I can just like wait on it, and that's pretty dang sweet. So when I felt like I was on a good track with the money from cannonballs, I went to Motherlode Mine because I just like mining and smithing in general. My childhood RuneScape experience was primarily mining from tin and copper to iron to steel in the Dwarven Mine, and when I got the ore, I would smith it in the Falador furnace and then make weapons and armor on the anvils in the Dwarven Mine, because I wanted to make my own weapons and armor. The mines are dank and spooky, and Falador is just beautiful. The next money earner I'd like to do is Blast Furnace, and Blast Furnace is best with a coal bag. It's less idle, but it gives way more experience and gradually increases my money, so it's pretty epic, and I never experienced it as a kid, so it should be pretty exciting. I also needed the ice gloves for Motherlode Mine, so I fought the Ice Queen with poison, 40 attack and strength, and 6 defense, but she beat me, so I'll have to come back. Losing to bosses does not feel great. I'm so used to the system where you lose all your stuff. That's what it was when I started playing. But now that we're into the time-lapse part of the video, I'll back up a bit and talk about how I earned money in free-to-play. So I started by flipping swords and armor because I was getting really bored of like killing cows and stuff, but I was too scared to really be flipping, so I just I didn't really flip them. I just bought them from the Grand Exchange and sold them to the Varrock Armor Shop. And in the middle of all that flipping, I actually didn't realize that Mithril plate bodies are quite a bit riskier than I thought they were. I lost about a few thousand gold on it, which was exactly what I feared. I really didn't want to lose any progress at all when getting that much money. It was so hard in the first place. But honestly, losing that money was like a huge deal for me because it taught me that, I can come back from setbacks. Suffering a setback with the promise of being able to get past that setback is way better than risking it. And so it helped me do a revert on my Medusa game, which was suffering for a bug for months. And that game's still stalled because of real life stuff, but it was just a really good lesson for me to take more risks especially with things like finances. Not saying I should splurge money or anything, but just to not play it too cozy and safe. So losing a couple thousand gold coins was actually the good part of the story, but now comes the bad part of the story. So I was One day I was mining some iron with an adamant pickaxe. I might have been mining some clay too, I can't quite remember. And it was in the southwest corner of Varrock that I was doing this. And there was a guy who was like, wow, that looks suspicious. You're using an adamant pickaxe on iron. Like, yeah, I'm probably not the most efficient person ever. I might be making some dumb moves, but he thought I was botting. I just hopped worlds because I was like, all right, you've got these iron rocks. You're using an iron pickaxe. That's chill. That's your thing. I'm just going to go to another world. But then he followed me, which I've never experienced before. And so he like followed me to a couple of different worlds. And he was like, hey, I like your bot. Like I was using a bot is what he was accusing me of. But I was on mobile. Like I was playing on my phone. And it scared me a little bit because, he can send in a report, which could get me for botting. But I was like, I'm on mobile. So I just ignored him and moved on. But lo and behold, a week later, I actually used an Amazon gift thing to redeem 7 days of membership. So I was chilling in the Motherlode mine, and then the next day, my account was banned for botting. And I didn't do any botting. So I was guilty until proven innocent, and they didn't look hard enough to prove me innocent. So that was really sad. That was quite a few days or weeks or whatever it was down the drain. And it just reminded me of the scripture that says, don't put your treasures where moth doth corrupt and thieves break through and steal. You have to put your treasure in heaven, or in the very least in real life, not in a video game, because it's really sad and we like to ignore it, but one day your account will be deleted, one day RuneScape will be gone, one day YouTube will go out of business or be deleted, and most obvious but saddening of all of us are gonna die someday. And we like to ignore that, but it's super duper true, and it's something we need to remember every now and then, because it's an integral part of everything. Like, everything fades, and it helps me not be so obsessed about RuneScape. Like, if it's fun, that's fantastic. If it is adding additional stress to my life where I'm not getting chores done or something like that, then it's a problem. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little sermon there, but yeah, I had to restart. So the timeline of this video is all over the place, and also because I have no idea how to make a progress video. So that is a thing. When my first bond that I got gifted to me ran out, instead of cashing that bond that I bought for like 5.5 mil, instead of cashing that in immediately, I just let it lapse and went to free to play. And that was surprisingly fun. I just kind of trained defense and magic, and really I didn't talk about like 75% of what I did during this account, but I'm just glad you made it through this much of the video, like recapping like 4 months worth of work. So I'll just let you know what I did in between these next few bonds, which I have the one I bought, and also I got lucky enough, I won a raffle from the same guy who got me the first bond actually. And so I will get 29 days instead of 14. Be pretty sweet. Anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Bye. Hanging rock, a rocky ledge. Oh, okay, so that's not a tree, that's just a... This is beautiful. I love this.